Golden Blue Dude back with another video just for you. And if you're a college football or a college basketball fan, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. That's all we do here. Videos every single day. I am here to get you through the off season until the college football season gets here. Go check out our Patreon page. We're putting a lot of time and effort into that now. In fact, I'm going to be putting some videos on the Patreon page this weekend. Plus, the Patreons get the first dibs on which teams I do previews and predictions for this year. When you get a chance, also go check out our merchandise store. We have a wide selection over there. In fact, myself, I ordered the gold and the blue Golden Blue Dude t-shirts, so I can't wait to get those and wear them on my videos just for you. Now for the business at hand, and I even wore the shirt for it today. I'm talking about Texas and how bad Texas has hurt the Big 12. Texas is actually the reason why the Big 12 has almost ceased to exist. Yeah, that's right. It's all on Texas. And let me get one thing straight right now. I am not trash talking the Texas fan base. I have many friends that are Texas fans. I get along with Texas fans. This is not about the Texas fan base. This is about the Texas program itself when it relates to football. Back in 2012, Nebraska, Missouri, Texas A&M, and Colorado, they all bolted. Missouri and Texas A&M, they went to the SEC. Colorado went to the Pac-12, and Nebraska went to the Big 10. Those were 4 founding members of the Big 12. And you know the reason why they left? It was because of Texas. Texas has too much power in the Big 12. They have too many strings that they can pull in the Big 12. And yes, I'm going to say it. They even control the refs. So yes, Texas does have the power. They wield the power in the Big 12. And that's one of the big things that made 4 of the founding members leave the Big 12. Don't forget, we also have a great website that was designed and produced by Joey Foster. We have 8 great writers led by our head writer, Michael Walker. And right now, one of the biggest problems is the Longhorn Network. And, you know, the Big 12 is probably happy that that part of Texas is leaving. Maybe not thrilled that Texas itself is leaving because they are a big brand along with Oklahoma, but the Longhorn Network is going with them. That's not staying in the Big 12. That is going with Texas. So the Big 12 is kind of happy about that. That's going to open up the door for all the other Big 12 members to make their brands better and to make more money. Longhorn Network has been a cancer in the Big 12. And you know, this is how bad Texas A&M hates Texas. The SEC knew that they were going to invite Texas, but they kept it a secret from Texas A&M for as long as possible. I'm talking about several months until it was absolutely necessary, because you do have to vote to bring in new members. Surprise, surprise, Texas A&M, we're thinking about bringing in Texas. But yeah, they kept it a secret for as long as possible because Texas A&M hates Texas so much and tried to get away from them. Well, now Texas is coming back and they're going to have to deal with Texas again. The main point is, Texas was the reason Texas A&M left the Big 12, and they're not happy that Texas is coming to the SEC. What about in football itself, success-wise? What has Texas done for the Big 12, especially in the past decade? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. You don't believe me? Let's run through it real quick. Let's start off with 2012. They started the season ranked number 15 in the nation. They finished the season 9-4, number 19. That's not bad. Top 20 finish, but I'm pretty sure they had higher expectations than that. 2013. Started the season, once again, number 15 in the nation. Finished the season 8-5, non-ranked. And remember that word, non-ranked, because you're going to be hearing it a lot here in the next few minutes. 2014, started the season, non-ranked. Finished the season 6-7, non-ranked. 2015, started the season, non-ranked. Finished the season 5-7, non-ranked. Another bad season. 2016, started the season, non-ranked. Finished the season 5-7, non-ranked. That's 3 straight losing seasons in a row. 2017, started the season, number 23, but finished the season 7-6, non-ranked. Hey, at least they had a winning season, right? 2018, started the season, number 23. Finished the season 10-4, number 9. Yes, we all remember that when they beat Georgia and they finished in the top 10. That was a pretty good year for Texas. What about 2019? Started the season number 10. High expectations in Austin. Finished the season 8-5, number 25. So fell short on those expectations. 2020, started the season number 14. Decent expectations. Finished the season 7-3, number 19. Not a terrible season, but still below expectations. And then finally last year, they actually started the season ranked, number 21. But they finished the season 5-7, non-ranked. In the past 10 years, Texas has finished the season 6 times non-ranked. Started the season 3 times non-ranked. And have had 4 losing seasons. that is doing absolutely nothing for the Big 12. In fact, dragging the Big 12 down. Then there's the whole officiating thing. And as you can see, I wore my shirt, horns down. Texas does not like the horns down. Even though it's been going on for like 40, 50 years, they still don't like it. And in 2018, when West Virginia went to Austin, Dana Holgorsen literally had a conversation with the referees saying, hey, if we do the horns down, are we going to get flagged? No, it's cool. You can do the horns down. What happened? When West Virginia scored a touchdown, they did the horns down. Flag, 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 flag. So yeah, that's when horns down officially became a thing for West Virginia. I definitely bought my shirt and I wear it as much as I can, especially on horns down week, aka the week we play Texas, just because they got in the ref's ear and said, hey, flag them every time they throw the horns down. And the funny thing is, usually like if they play Texas A&M, Oklahoma, teams that they've been playing forever, they don't flag them for horns down. But for West Virginia, they did. And then they came out with this new rule. Oh, it's okay to do the horns down as long as you don't do it to the crowd or to the player's face. So just walk around horns down. As long as you don't do it to somebody, it's okay. Don't offend anybody with the horns down. That's the same thing as cussing if you're a Longhorn fan. Come on, guys. This is sportsmanship. We all know that everybody does things to disrespect the other fan base. I'm a West Virginia fan. Trust me. I'm used to it. It happens all the time. But we're not trying to get throw a flag on that. They're making fun of us. They're cussing us out. Throw a flag on. No, it's a part of the game. Horns down is a part of the game. If you're a Texas fan, I'm sorry, but horns down is a part of your life, especially when Texas is doing bad. Every time somebody scores a touchdown or gets a turnover, they're going to throw horns down on you. And especially after they beat you, you're going to see thousands of horns down, especially if you're on the road. That in and of itself, not a big deal, but it's adding on to the pile of the problems that Texas presents. Now, Texas, big-time moneymaker, big-time potential, big-time brand, but the past 10 years, hasn't been producing. And Texas has been wanting to say they've been back for the past 10 years. They're not back. They haven't been back. I don't know if they're going to be back. So I don't know what's going on with the higher-ups, if they're just terrible at making coaching decisions. Honestly, I thought it was a bad decision to fire Tom Herman after the 2020 college football season. I mean, they did finish number 19, 7-3, top 20. He had it turning around. I know 2019 was a disappointment, but 2020 was a decent bounce-back year, guys. Come on. And then look last year, first year, Steve Sarkisian gets beat by Kansas. Finishes non-ranked 5-7. Another bad decision, Texas. You're setting yourself back. And that's the problem with Texas. The decisions that they make, they're just plain wrong. And it keeps setting them back. I thought it was a good hire for Tom Herman. He did have a couple of letdown years. I'll give you that. But nothing to be fired about. You fire him, now you're starting from step one again. Steve Sarkisian, terrible season, didn't even get to a bowl. You are headed to the SEC, and you're not going to be able to get away with the calls that you got away with in the Big 12. That's another thing. Home cooking, out the window, not going to happen in the SEC. Your brand is not going to be good enough to get you through games in the SEC. And I don't know if Steve Sarkisian is the answer. I know that's probably the biggest reason why you hired Steve Sarkisian, because you were going into the SEC, and he was familiar with the SEC with Nick Saban in Alabama, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that was a good decision and that it's going to work out. Look at last year. Terrible year. So can Texas clean it up and be an asset to the SEC? Because the past 10 years, they have not been an asset to the Big 12. They have been a stumbling block for the Big 12. And don't forget, you can support Going Blue through PayPal. And right now, every single donation is going towards getting all of us a P.O. box so that you can send a mini helmet of your favorite team so I can display it on my shelving forever. So y'all let me know in the comments section, do you think Texas was the biggest problem in the Big 12 the past decade? And do you think they're going to be a problem in the SEC? I look forward to your comments. That's all I got for you for this show. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you on my next show.